Yeah, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, Baiji.
Thank you.
Yes, Baiji. So are we ready to start?
Yeah, I'm ready. But
Okay.
still 1 minute is there. I think
Okay,
we should
we'll
start
wait.
by 7,
We'll
just
wait.
1 minute. So let's
Yes,
meditate
Baiji.
for 1 minute. That would be more
Yes, Baiji.
nice.
Yes, Baiji.
Yeah, we can go ahead, I think 7.
Okay. So here we go. Good evening. Good evening to everybody. Welcome to this wonderful webinar today, where we are going to talk about a beautiful topic about raising your vibration with light nourishment and pranic consciousness. So welcome everybody.
Yeah.
So this particular webinar is being presented to you by Shivasans. And Shivasans is a movement which is started by none other than our Ramesh Bhai, where he's taking people, it's about transitioning into spiritual dimensions from physical dimensions. And there is, treating many people, their physical ailments with pranic lifestyle, with the natural life force. And Ramesh Bhai has over more than 500 students and counting. So in
Thank you.
case, if you don't know much about Shivasans, you can even subscribe to the YouTube channel, where he went on to talk about many extensive topics on how to derive the natural cosmic energy and chi, whatever. So myself, I am Ravikant, and I am a dedicated volunteer in a spiritual organization based in Mount Abu, and I am the moderator of today's session. And we have with us the beautiful brother who is the life coach and who is a health and wellness expert, who is a nomad, who is a breatharian practitioner, and who is a meditator and is a coach as well. So Ramesh Bhai, is really, really
Thank
happy to
you.
have you. You're such a fabulous man, and I'm so much indebted to you because you have helped me and you have helped many other people in transitioning into this new lifestyle. So it's a fantastic, fantastic feeling to have you here. So we'll go ahead today with our topic. So, Baiji, please explain your journey, your transition into this holistic lifestyle. Now, how it all started for you from your childhood. Over to you, Baiji.
Thank you. In the introductory session, what you have said, nomad, I like that word very much. And right from the childhood itself, I was a nomad. In fact, all of us, we are nomads. Okay, so coming to the point of this pranic journey and all, I got into the spiritual line, and there's a big confusions, a big conflict going on, and a big debate, you can say, is going on around the world between this pranic journey lifestyle. Pranic journey lifestyle, it has already been mentioned in most of the religion practices, in most of the scriptures, old scriptures and all. So the confusion comes between the vegetarianism, the Shakahari, and this pranic journey, Sattvic Ahari and all. Okay. So we need to first of all understand the difference between this sattvic lifestyle and this shakahari lifestyle, what we call it vegetarianism and all. So in the past, in the childhood, of course, I have been brought up in a vegetarian community, in a vegetarian lifestyle and all. At that time, I used to think that what vegetarian we used to have, that itself is a sattvic. So many years I passed on that it's a sattvic kind of lifestyle and all. But slowly, once I got into the spiritual platform, somewhere around 24, 25 years back, I've been onto this platform. Then slowly I realized what exactly the sattvic lifestyle is, the sattvic food is. So my sattvic journey, my pranic journey started somewhere around 24, 25 years back. And from then onwards, I slowly researched myself, different religious practices, spiritual practices and all. Then I came to a conclusion what lifestyle I'm following. It's not a pranic lifestyle. It's not a sattvic lifestyle. Okay. So for that, I need to develop more and more me, myself. So I studied into, then I realized exactly what it is. So now with all your blessings and love, I'm into the stream, and that energy is making me move forward. Or else me alone, myself, I just can't move forward. It's not that easy, especially in this pranic lifestyle and all. We do need to have blessings of each and everyone. Then only we can move ahead in this pranic lifestyle. So that's how slowly I adapted this pranic lifestyle. And it's not a thing that has to be done overnight or that way. Slowly, we need to tune our body. Our body is meant for that only, the pranic lifestyle. Once you get used to this pranic lifestyle journey, you will be, what you call it, a completely a light body, you can say, which free far from any kind of health issues and all, healthy body. Okay, we're in our childhood studies and all, we studied health, wealth, and happiness. So just we have got the information on the theory platform only. But once we get used to this pranic lifestyle, practically we can achieve those stages of health, wealth, and happiness. Okay, we are born to enjoy. We are born to enjoy this lifestyle, not for efforts and all putting into our life. Once you get into this pranic lifestyle, you get used to this pranic lifestyle, you really enjoy. And from there, the life goes ups only, no ups and downs at all. Because you are here to enjoy. You're on this planet for a picnic, man.
Yes, of course.
And, okay.
Yes, brother.
So just enjoy your lifestyle.
Yes, brother.
So just enjoy, just enjoy.
Yeah,
please.
that makes sense. Yes. So, as I've told you earlier, Brother Ramesh is a nomad and also a breatharian practitioner as well. So, breatharianism is it can be defined as the one who almost takes no food to less food. So, Ramesh Bhai, he practices this unfooding. He has been practicing this since many years, and so this particular question is for the aspiring people of breatharianism, Ramesh Bhai. So how should one approach this lifestyle, and what are the protocols for approaching this lifestyle?
Thank you.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, in fact, I told you that to get into the breatharianism, you have to tune your body step by step and all. First, for that, you need to understand this sattvic lifestyle and the shakahari, what you call it, a vegetarian lifestyle.
Yes.
Once you get it cleared, okay, once you understand well this sattvic lifestyle, then you can approach towards this breatharianism lifestyle and all. And if your body is tuned for a sattvic lifestyle, then this breatharianism becomes very much easier, because breatharianism, it's not that difficult as we are thinking and all. Okay, so step by step tuning gets there. Once you understand the basics of sattvic lifestyle, then you can easily understand the basics of breatharianism and all. Directly, if you try to understand also, again, you'll stay on a theory platform only. So just we need to try to tune ourselves first for this breatharianism. Once we get into it, we can start it. It's not that much effort as we are thinking. It becomes easy. So for this, we need to get used to this pranic lifestyle, natural lifestyle. being in the nature, spending time in the nature more and more. And we need to realize this thing that it's not different, that nature is different and we are different. We are also the part of the nature, and that part of nature is us only. Whatever
Okay.
there in the universe, everything it's existing over there, that same thing, that same universe, it's existing within ourselves also. Okay, we need
Yes.
to
Okay.
realize this thing. So it's nothing that much as difficult. We are all born breatharians only. In fact, in my recent videos also, you might have seen, before taking birth, you are a
Yeah.
breatharian. When you're
Yeah.
in the mom's womb, mom's stomach, you
Yeah.
don't take any
We have
external
been
food
deriving the
over.
cosmic energy.
Exactly. So the kid in the mother's womb, it depends totally on this prana shakti, what you call the cosmic energy. So it's an inbuilt process due to the systems and all around us, due to our educational beliefs, certain programmings and all. We've just forgot that it's an internal this in production like. So internally we have everything. The production is there already internally inside our body. Actually, we don't need any external food at all for this. So internally, the development process and all it happens. What you call the proteins, you call X, Y, Z, whatever you call, it's already generating in the body itself. It's not that we are getting it from outside somewhere. Once you understand this concept that body is a factory like, it's generating, then the things become easier for you. The immunity so and
Okay.
called, they are just running around the world for the external sources for immunities developments, proteins, carbohydrates,
Yes.
X, Y, Z. So if you understand this pranic lifestyle and all, then the information becomes very clear that it's generated in our body itself.
Yes.
Okay, because the Supreme Father who has sent us onto this earth, he knows everything. He has given a complete package for us, and he sent it on us on this
Yes.
earth. He simply didn't throw us on this earth. Okay, so we need not worry for the proteins, carbohydrates, and all. That's
Yes.
what breatharianism teaches us. Simply relying on this cosmic energy, and we
Okay.
can, yeah.
Okay. So yes. So we have been watching your videos. You have been covering, all the India. I can see that you are also into. You were also passionate about racing as well previously in your life.
Yeah.
So I've even watched certain videos of you staying single in the forests. So how was this nomadic journey like, and how did you uh, battle this fear complex within you?
Yeah, earlier before, since 30 years, I think more than 30 years, I have been traveling and traveling all over many places. Most of the India I've already done. Okay. And at that time,
Okay.
before getting into the spiritual discipline and all, I didn't knew that much about this. And in fact, I would like to tell you, before getting into the spiritual line, I was an atheist. I never believed God, not
That
at
seems
all.
okay. Okay. Now that's interesting. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And I used to say, I am God. I don't
Oh,
know,
it is
maybe
very good.
theoretically I used to say at that time, but now I can realize this thing that we are all the kids of the God. Definitely some power is definitely working on us. And those days when I was traveling, I didn't know all these things, the spiritualities and all, and completely I was against this. But in that time, I used to have a lot of efforts in the journey, whatever I used to do. 4 day, 4 times this meal I used to have per day. I used to have 4 meals. Other than
Okay.
that, I used to smoke, I used to drink. Okay.
Okay.
All these things. Still, I was not satisfied. In between
Okay.
snacks and all, also I used to have.
So this has been a wonderful transition of unfooding now. So uh, what was your battle against your cravings? So
Oh yeah. So now I'll tell you that still now also I'm enjoying that travels and all over. Still I keep on traveling and all. And the
okay.
efforts I've seen in those days while traveling, and now there's a vast difference between this and that. Okay.
Mhm.
Now the traveling it has become so easier. Earlier, like before this transition, when I used to travel, hardly 100 kilometers if I travel, I used to do it myself. Okay, the complete body was aching. I have to take rest for half an hour, 1 hour or so. But now I've seen in my travels and all, I don't take much food and all. Okay, no body pains, nothing. No rest is also not at all required. directly somewhere around 200 kilometers in one slot I can travel. Okay, just
Okay.
to give rest to my vehicle, I stop, or else it's not at all required, and I'm that much fresh back again. So
Okay.
this what this pranic journey has helped me for this. So a lot of changes come in the body also. Completely,
Yes.
the body gets tuned for this.
Tuned for this. Sometimes people tend to get skinny, and there are many
Obviously,
other aspects. So
yeah.
I've been, you were the one who brought me into this pranic lifestyle, and you're certainly the one
It's
who
she, not
touched.
me.
Yes, yeah, yes, and
Yeah.
so certainly there are many who have been touched by your lifestyle, and by the way you're motivated many. So what is your particular suggestion to the ones who complain about food cravings? Because I've been in some communities as well, but still I do see that people still have got their addiction for salt, sugar sometimes. So even coffee. Uh, so your any particular suggestion for that?
Yeah, see, first of all, what happens is I'll tell you, you should not be addicted to anything. Have everything, whatever you want. You want tea, you want coffee, you want this food, you want that food, just enjoy it, but don't get addicted to that. Don't
Hmm.
become a slavery to that. Because once you realize certain things, there's a lot of fun in breaking the rules. When you break the rules, you will enjoy the life from that. That's the starting point of enjoyment of the life. But what we do generally, people do is they want enjoyment and all. They want to break the rules and they want to have fun, and always they are caught in danger. So break
Yes.
the rules only after understanding the rules. Once you know the complete protocol, once you know the complete rules and all, okay, then you break, you'll have a lot of fun. So same thing happens with the addictions and all also with us. Without
Yes.
understanding the conflicts and all, what the process is and all. Okay. And what happens there in addiction, we'll be having those things, but we don't enjoy the things.
It's true.
We,
It's true.
yeah, we can't. Addicted person, a craving person can never enjoy his food. Once you're out of addiction, out of your cravings and all, you'll really enjoy that food, I tell you. Okay, so you need to come
Mhm.
out of that cravings, and getting it out of the cravings and all these addictions and all, it's very much simple. You are just programming your mind for these addictions and all. Okay. So there's no
Yeah.
such thing called addiction and all. Just come out of your programming. It's a monkey's mind. You need to tame it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, brother.
Okay. So when it's demanding certain things and all, give that thing to the mind. With that, give some other more things to that. Show
Mhm.
that monkey mind some more beautiful things so that it will forget this thing and catch that thing. That's all we'll be learning in this pranic journey and all. Trying to be more and more getting connected to the nature, being in the nature and all. So slowly this cravings and all will come out. You'll be out of the cravings
So,
and all.
so yeah, now you have talked about connecting yourself to the nature. So what is this journey like? How, what is the particular way of connecting yourself to the nature? Because everyone, it's a natural term, prana, refers to the life force or to the natural energies. So what are the particular ways to get connected to the nature? And what were your particular experiences of connecting yourself to the nature, having been alone in the nature for so many years?
Fantastic. That's a fantastic question that you're asking. When you get connected to the nature and all, see now presently you're living in a society with a few number of people, few number of families surrounded with you, your friends, relatives, and all. Okay. So your thinking level and all, your thinking pattern, the way of thinking and all, is bonded to that level only, as per your society
Okay.
and all. Okay. So
Mm.
whatever they are thinking, their lifestyle and all, you are also getting bonded with them. So
Yes.
your frequency level also will be that much only. But we are not
Mm.
here onto this earth to
To be
waste our
mundane.
time and all. Yeah,
Mm.
you have to realize this thing. You have come from somewhere else, and you have to go back to somewhere else.
Yes.
You are not a permanent resident of this place. Okay, so for that you try to
Yes.
keep on increasing the frequency of ourselves, we ourselves. Okay, for that,
Okay.
since we know everything is nature, everything is energy, everything is built up of energy only. Okay.
Mm.
So for that, once you realize that you are a part of the nature, You try to get connected with the nature, get connected to that society. That's the real society. See, you are made of five elements, me am made of five elements, everything, whatever we're seeing around, it's made up of five elements only. But there
Yes.
are certain different frequency levels involved. So once we get used to spend with the nature, in the nature, then we can
Yes.
see our thinking pattern and all, the level of thinking pattern and all, the positivity approach and all with the patterns. There's a lot of change you can see with this and that. You also, you can try to stay in a jungle like, in a garden like, surrounded with trees and all, spend one day over there, come back, spend one day in your home and see the difference of your mental conditions and all. There's a huge vast difference. Okay, so try to be
Yes.
in that society.
Okay.
Okay, because in a specious society, not in one particular society, you have to be in the society definitely. You have to learn something from that and upgrade yourself.
Okay.
Because here you are for ups, ups, ups only, no for up and down. No, don't get in for this up and down. Okay, so just
Yes.
enjoy yourself. So try to be more and more getting connected to the nature and all. Then you'll
Okay.
really enjoy your thinking pattern. Everything changes, or else it will be as per the society only, as per your surrounding. Whatever your surroundings is there, you'll become like that only. But we need to upgrade ourselves. We need to come out of that. Then we can
Okay.
definitely do. So try to be the part of the nature. Spend more time in nature.
Okay.
You'll be having a higher consciousness.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so brother, you have been, practicing this pranic lifestyle since many years. So, as we evolve further, the way we approach this lifestyle, it evolves as well. So everyone has got their own definitions about this prana. So, what exactly is your definition of prana, and what are the sources of prana other than these five elements?
Very deep logical question you have asked. Fantastic. In our educational belief systems and all, and the science, whatever it has provided us, mostly I'm telling you, they have given us
Okay.
the knowledge of the five elements only.
Yes.
Still, other than five elements, behind five elements, many more elements are there that are still existing, and we have never been taught about that. So we are
Hmm.
totally ignorant about that. So
Yeah.
apart from this five element, there's many elements, of course, still are there. So
Mhm.
about all of them, one main element is the cosmic energy. In the
Yes.
Sanskrit and all, it's referred to as prana. Some call it as chi. Some call it as
She.
mana. Yeah,
Hmm.
different word, but it's the same. So
Okay.
let's take this word cosmic energy so that we don't get confused ourselves.
Yes.
So
Yes.
to sustain this body, the body to be
Hmm.
alive in a live condition, other than five elements, this prana is very much important. Without this prana, the body can't sustain at all.
Hmm.
Okay, the five elements
Okay.
are there. The ratio of the five elements that has to be perfectly maintained in this body to be healthy. If there
Yes.
are ups and downs in the ratios of these five elements,
Hmm.
naturally that causes some illness or some ill health, or it takes you away from the health conditions and all. So the sixth element, what I'm calling, is that helps to maintain this five elements ratio.
Okay.
Without this element, the ratios of these elements can't be maintained. It's not that easy. Okay, so
Okay.
if we try, what we are doing right now is we are concentrating more and more on the five elements only, because we have been taught about these five elements only.
True.
We haven't ever been taught about the other missing
Other
element.
dimensions. Yes.
Exactly. So if we try to concentrate on this, automatically the ratios of these five elements are maintained. And this is the main support that helps us
Okay.
to maintain the five elements. So instead of struggling to maintain these five elements, just if we catch this element, cosmic
Okay.
energy, these five elements
Okay.
gets automatically maintained. It automatically
Okay.
maintains that ratio levels, and also we need not worry for this. So that's how obviously
Okay.
there's less efforts in the lifestyle if you catch this cell.
Okay.
So
Okay.
concentrate this element.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
brother. Okay.
So we need to draw more and more cosmic energy
Hmm. True.
from this nature. Then it gets maintained, and we are happy with that.
Yes. Yes, Paiji. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see that there are even new participants joining this webinar. So to know more about yourself. What are the services which you're offering through Shivasans? And are there any chronic diseases which you have, which you have treated? And please do brief us about your journey of treating people with this natural lifestyle.
Fine. That really sounds good. First of all, I would like to tell you that we are not doctors. We are not at all
Okay.
doctors. So if any health issues, then definitely we really don't know how to heal that issue. What we do teach
Okay.
is heal your body so that you don't get trapped into those diseases and all.
Okay.
Okay, so prepare you
Yeah.
yourself first of all, so that no diseases will come and hit you. That's what we train
Okay.
people over here. Okay, so even if health issues are there, we are definitely trying to treat them. We have worked on cancer patients, we have worked on tuberculosis patients,
Okay.
BP,
Okay.
sugars and all. Yeah, many kind of health issues we have solved them. In fact, KOVIDs also we have solved their issues also.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's just a simple, I told you, if you catch this element instead of this,
Mhm. Yeah.
everything will be healed automatically. That's what we are teaching
Mhm.
people in this pranic lifestyle, how to catch the sixth element, how to
Okay.
absorb that more and more, how to draw that more and more into the body so that you
Okay.
are fit. So we do never like to talk about the words like diseases, ill health and all, because you are born for this purpose, to be happy, to conquer
Mm.
this complete universe. You are a part of
Yes.
universe, so it's your universe.
Yeah.
So just enjoy, keep on going wherever you want. You are simply free. Don't get stuck with my small property, my small home of 2 rooms or 3 rooms, or my car. Wherever I go, see, I go wherever I want. I stay wherever I want. And people, they welcome me like anything. You come and stay here, you come and stay there. They'll definitely welcome you. When your body gets tuned, automatically they'll try and welcome you. You need
Okay.
not
The
go and ask
universe.
the permission, because this whole globe, it's your own home.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what we teach people, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and all. Once
Yeah.
you get and you understand that this world belongs to you, your body starts healing, You'll be free from any kind of diseases.
Okay.
So that's what we teach you in Shivasana, how to absorb the energy directly from the nature and all, and how to protect the energy within you so that your energy doesn't get drained. With that, you'll become a healthy. You have to make your body light, Before
Okay.
leaving this body, see, you should make this, we should make our body in such a condition that we go happily, we leave this body happily without any diseases and all. Or else if you
Yeah.
have karmic accounts on your head, it's not well settled, then definitely with some of the other disease we have to go.
Yes.
Okay, once into the pranic journey, you will, of course, everybody we have to leave a body. Thousands of years, it's not distinct to survive in this body, and as per the present age conditions and all. So while being in this journey, with this journey, you will clearly understand, you will know when to leave this body, and you can leave this body whenever you want as per your disease. It's not the
Okay.
nature taking away your body. If you're not well tuned, proper tuned, then the nature will take away body with certain reasons like diseases or accidents or this and that. So why getting
Okay.
into the sufferings and all? Serve nature, help you yourself, be a part of nature. Simple,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
as simple. Yeah.
So, Baiji, are there any particular ways through which you are connecting your students to the nature? Is it starting with something, ending up with something?
Yeah. Our divine brothers, sisters, and all, many of them are there around the world. They are practicing this pranic lifestyles and all,
Okay.
and they are getting benefits and all. When they come to us, join the group, they keep on talking about, I want to heal up with this health issue or that health issues and all. But that's what I told you earlier, that please don't talk about any
Mhm.
health issues and all. Here we are working on energy, frequency, and vibration. The lower your frequency is, you talk about those diseases and all. Okay, the higher your frequency is, there won't be any diseases and all with that. Okay. So that's what we need to take our body, we need to vibrate our energy at the higher frequencies, more and more frequencies. That's what I never call them students. They are divine friends. They are divine souls and all. Okay, so that's what, and me also, I to learn from them, and they do teach us, and I too do teach them. It's a process of exchange process going on with my friends and all. Okay, so once we are get used to each other, they learn these divine practices and all, and many of them they are getting healing with this. They are getting healing. They are get many kind of benefits and all from these practices and all. You should know the simple technique absorbing energy from the nature. That's it. Nothing more than that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Baiji. So for the viewers who have just joined webinar and who doesn't know Ramesh Bhai, I've just dropped his personal number in the chat. And if anyone are interested to know much more about Shivasans, they can just contact Ramesh Bhai and even avail his services which is offering. So yeah, Baiji. Now, please enlighten us on the harmonious transition into the raw food lifestyle.
Raw food lifestyle. Of course, for the
Yes.
pranic journey, raw food lifestyle is very much necessary, and that helps us to move ahead. But before getting into this raw food lifestyle and all raw food journey, you need to know why you want to get into the raw food first of all. If you don't have that clarity, if you're not clarified, and without that, if you jump directly, that will be a big effort for you. You can't enjoy that
Yes.
raw food journey and all. But definitely, once you get into the raw food journey and all, there's a cleansing process going on. Because as I told you, you are in this world, and it's not only like that, that whole world, that whole universe is also in you. We are 600, 700, 800 millions of population around the world. Like that, the same way in this world also, there are millions and millions of living beings already there.
Okay.
There you're standing on this world, but you're forgetting that you're carrying a whole big world also within you. Okay. So with this raw journey, the way now we are enjoying these five elements and all, the nature and all, the universe and all. The same way, that's also internal living organisms are also enjoying. They have their own world, they have their own communities inside the body I'm talking about.
Okay.
So like now, how we are getting that divine, pure energy from this universe, we should be capable to supply that energy to the living organisms inside this body, the world inside this also.
Yes.
Then they
Yes.
will also enjoy that lifestyle, they get bliss, they get cleansed. All the bad bacteria, bad communities inside the terrorist communities are also there in this body. Okay. So all
Yes.
that comes out. Yeah. So the more we get into that's what the sattvic lifestyle teaches us. That's what is the sattvic lifestyle. It's not that
True.
you're exiting this food or that food or that food. No. Get into the sattvic lifestyle. The universe is there. The tree community is there. Certain communities are there. They're offering you, my dear love, take this, take this, take this. So why not have that directly when they're offering? The universe is offering to you. Instead of that, adding this thing, that thing, the other, I don't know what all stuff they make and change the complete flavor and all. And we have made the living organisms used to that. That's why now they are not at all listening to us. So once we get into the raw journey, all the living beings start listening to you. They'll cleanse themselves. You can talk to them. You can talk to each and every organ in your body, and definitely they'll respond.
Okay.
So there will be an interaction once into the community, this pranic journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Baiji. So I do understand that to make this physical instrument ready for absorbing the higher energies, it is inevitable that this physical instrument is clean. So this is, I do understand that it is an energy vessel more than the physical body. So this takes us to an important topic called detoxification. So,
Exactly.
so I do feel that there is some difference between body cleanse and detoxification, because body cleanse is a short-term process, whereas detoxification is the deep tissue thing. So can you just briefly discuss about the protocols of detoxification a bit?
Right, fine. Once you get used to, you adapt your body gets adapted to the raw journey, what I'm calling to the sattvic lifestyle journey and all.
Yes.
Then we need not worry at all about this detoxifications and all. It's an autophagy process, what you call it. So automatically the body gets healed. It throws everything, unwanted things from our body and all. So it's a natural detoxification, like what we call it. It's naturally done because as I told you, directly if we learn the skills, the art of absorbing energy from the nature directly. Okay, it means that directly from the nature itself, that is providing whatever we are adapting to that kind of lifestyle. That will automatically throw everything out from the body. We do not even think about that. Okay, so detoxification occurs naturally. For that, the basics is sattvic lifestyle. You need to get into that. So detoxification, body and internal detoxifications, like million and millions of, I just call them instead of cells, people are there. They get detoxed and all. Then only once they are detoxed, you have to fill them with the light energy, with the natural energy. Okay, we are now presently what we are doing is we are from whatever food we are taking, we are absorbing the energy from that. Okay, and very minute, a little energy is coming. Instead of that, if you learn the art, the skill of absorbing energy from the nature directly, okay, then we can have more energy in our body. You might have seen, just we are taking the food to digest that, some about 70 to 80% of energy it's spent on that. Where the energy goes to the brain. That's why we are not able to think properly. Okay, yeah, we are just fed up, caught up, we are trapped up with that brain we works only. So instead of that, spending more and more energy on the digestion process, the digestive systems and all, try to absorb the energy and just send the energy to the brain.
Okay.
Then obviously everything is detoxed. Okay, physical detoxification is very much easier, but we need to concentrate more and more on the mental toxins removal and the mental detoxifications and all.
Mental detoxification.
Yeah, that's what the sattvic journey teaches and all. So try to have more and more energy directly, like see the trees, the plants, the photosynthesis process, whatever they are undergoing and all. The same thing, this whole body is also like a tree. The difference between that and this is we are stationary and they are just an objects. They can't move.
Okay.
We are into motions, stationaries and motions, and they are just into stationaries, no motions for them. That's only the difference. That's the thinking pattern and all, the emotions and all, everything is the same for we and the tree. And the tree is directly absorbing energy from the nature, and that absorbed energy it's supplying you.
Yeah.
Okay, so instead of getting the energy via, why not take it directly? That's what sattvic lifestyle teaches. So be a human photosynthesis.
Yes, that really makes sense. And you have been talking about this light nourishment and deriving energy from the nature, which takes us to very important question of the energy body. So what exactly is this energy body, and did you devise any ways or techniques to activate this energy body? Yeah,
obviously that's always there. For this energy body, like I told you that you need to absorb energy from the nature itself. You'll be learning those skills. That's what we are teaching our divine friends and all. We have been conducting workshops and all over. First of all, we need to, now you have understood this concept that this cosmic energy is the one balancing the 5 elements in our body. So we have to catch this cosmic energy, how to absorb this cosmic energy, from where it's coming, that we should know. Ultimately, the first basic thing is to develop more and more energy in the body is meditation. Without meditation, it's not at all possible. Okay, so with the more you do meditation in a right process, in the process way and all, the more this energy levels it starts developing in you. And what it's not that you have to do this type of meditation or that particular type of meditation only. From one or the other places, you might have definitely learned meditation. So follow that process. Once you
Okay.
learn this process, don't try to jump onto the other process and all. Okay, so this
Okay.
is the one way
Okay.
of developing energy in your body. And meditation is something like a unique subject, you can say. You are born unique, same way the meditation is also unique. It's something different for you, it's something different for me, something different for them. Okay,
Okay.
so learn the meditation, but don't try to copy the meditation from anybody else. Like I'll tell
So,
you my past experience when the days when I learned meditation. I exactly didn't know meditation what it is. Maybe some about more than months or maybe a year around, I think. Still, I didn't learn meditation. Then I had an egoism feeling in me. I was very
okay.
egoistic. If anybody asks you what you have experienced in meditation, I used to tell this, that, stupid stories and all that. I was floating in the clouds. I was just flying like an angel in the sky and all I used to tell them. But really, me myself, I knew that nothing, these kind of things happened for me.
Okay.
Then what happened is I was thinking very this thing. Internal conscious was eating me like anything. Oh, everybody are asking you what you are experiencing in meditation and all cock and bull stories you are giving. Okay, people used to listen to me, the stories and all. But me, I knew myself. I knew that no, I'm doing wrong. This is not meditation. Then strictly I concentrated on meditation. But before that, also this process I'm telling what I've undergone. We have a huge place in Mahandra, Rajasthan, Diamond Hall.
Okay.
It's called. It's one of the biggest meditation place in the world. I
Okay.
used to do meditation at that place. Okay, fine. So I didn't know what exactly the meditation is. Already mostly a year might have gone. I used to see here the other people doing meditations and all. So they used to sit like this. I used to sit like that. And
You used
some
to
used
imitate.
to, oh yeah, I used to, that's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm telling you. No, don't imitate and don't be under imaginations and all. Be the
Yes.
reality, be the truth in meditation and all, or else you will be cheating you yourself. Okay. So they used to sit like that. I don't know, nothing is happening in me. So I used to sit like that. After 10, 15 minutes, they used to sing like this. The person sitting next to me,
Oh, it
some
was
were
like he
doing
used to
like
dance.
this.
Oh,
Yeah. So
is it
what I
like
thought is,
losing himself in the abyss?
then what I thought is, you won't believe, oh, he's gaining more and more powers. He's getting powers in his body. That's
Okay.
why he's shaking his body. Then if anybody sees me, I'm just sitting down, sitting idle, then they will think that he's not meditating and all. So I used to start like this, seeing them. I also used to do like this, like this. Then I thought that they'll feel, oh, he's a good meditator and all. But then again I realized nothing has happened in me. No, this floating on the clouds, no flying in the sky, X, Y, Z, nothing used to happen. I never used to enjoy these things and all. This thing I realized later on that meditation is something that comes once and triggers your this stress and all. From there, your things changes and all. So you have to get connected directly to the higher consciousness, to the higher spirits and all. Then the meditation starts. So there, your energy level starts working in the body. So that's why I'm telling you, the basic foundation, first of all, for this pranic journey is meditation is compulsory. Foundation is compulsory meditation. So without meditation, you just can't stock up energy in your body and all.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, this is one of the source. And ultimately, there's a cosmic generator in this universe, in this world. Obviously, when we are working on this energy frequency vibrations, this cosmic energy and all, so there should be some generator also. Without that generator, we can't receive that cosmic energy and all. So the main cosmic generator in this universe, if I call anything, it's that it's sun only. Sun is the
Sun.
basic source. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a cosmic generator. So we do the practices, what we call like sun gazings and all, sun bathing, this barefoot walk, sun charge water, everything that comes under sun. So that energy
Okay.
received, it's very much easier to receive energy from that. And that's the real immunity for the body. Immunity never comes from the physical food, whatever we have. Immunity comes from the sun directly. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
once we get used to absorbing the energy from the sun, from anywhere, you can absorb the energy from the nature itself. So whatever the food everybody are eating for this body maintenance and all, instead of that, getting energy from the food directly, we are getting the energy from the sun itself. Because all the species, everything is depending on sun only. From there only they are getting that energy and giving it to us. So
Okay.
rather getting the energy through and through, we absorb the energy directly. So to understand the basics and all, how to absorb this energy and all, you need to, it's not a 1 minute talk or something like that. You need to
Yeah.
undergo a training process like it is definitely that. So then you will understand the skills and all, how to absorb that energy. Once you get used to this absorption of energy from the nature and all, automatically these hunger panics, cravings, addictions, what you're calling, any kind of diseases, health issues, everything gets solved easily. Because that
Okay.
ratio, once that gets into the body, you get used to the pranic, this energies and all, the five elements in the body comes to a perfect maintained ratio. Okay. Once when
Okay.
these ratios are properly balanced and maintained, you need not depend on the external sources at all for your food and all. So this absorption
Mhm.
techniques, you have to undergo a workshop with this, which you can easily learn
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Just to be more precise, I'm just appealing to the viewers that I've just put down Ramesh Bhai's personal number in the chat. And to the ones who are interested in sun gazing, grounding, and the energy cultivation techniques, they may personally WhatsApp uh, message to Ramesh Bhai, and he can take you through the workshops, and you can personally interact with him. So yes, Paiji, just brief us about this technique of sun gazing, please.
Right. Before getting into the sun gazing, you have provided the number one thing I would like to tell all our divine brothers and sisters, whoever watching this program, whenever you call me or you text me on chat message, maybe immediately I may not respond. Please excuse me for that. As the brother said, I am a
Okay.
nomad, so I keep on traveling all over. Okay, so
Yeah.
when I'm busy, or most of the times I stay in the areas where signals are not there. So if I don't pick up your call or don't see your text, please don't mind for that. Whenever I come into the signal area, I'll get the message definitely. I'll see at that time and definitely I will reply you. It may take a 1 hour or it may take sometime weeks together also. I don't reply. But definitely after seeing it, I'll reply. Okay, now you are
Okay.
asking about sun gazing process and all.
Yes.
What's
Yes,
exactly the
brother.
sun gazing process and all?
Mhm.
See, it's very simple and all. I'll tell you in a simple layman language so that every one of us can understand. If I talk technically something more and more, everybody won't be understanding this. Okay, so in sun gazing process, what we'll be doing is absorbing the energy, cosmic energy from the sun into our body. For this, what
Mhm.
we have to do is there are certain protocols and all that has to be followed for the sun gazing to absorb energy from
Okay.
the sun.
Mhm.
This protocol, first thing is we have to be in the sun 1 hour prior to the sunrise.
Okay.
Okay. Within 1 hour, it has to be done, this practice. Like example,
Okay.
6 o'clock is the sunrise at your place. So you can do it anytime before 7 o'clock in the morning, not after that, because the ultraviolet rays, whatever it's sending out to us, that's not safer for us. Sun gazing should be done in the ultraviolet index of 0 to 2 only, not up beyond
Okay.
2. After 2, it should not be done for the basic beginners. I
Okay.
told you, once you understand the rules, then you break the rules, you can have fun. But for
Mhm.
until you complete the process and all, be in this protocols only, so that you can enjoy a lot. So in this sun gazing process, morning at the sunrise time, keep ourselves available before the sun. Select a particular proper place nearby to your home, wherever you like, but the surface should be natural. It can be a
Yeah.
sea if you're residing somewhere near the seashores. Sea sand is the best mineral sand, I tell you.
Okay.
So select a place. If seashore and all is not available, select a sandy place, sand, dirt, or mud, anything natural surface. It should not be a
Okay.
man-made surface. It's not that you can do at your home terrace or this what you call tar roads or cement concrete roads, no, you won't be benefited there. So if you find out a natural place, a ground like
Okay.
or a riverbed like, whatever best suits you, something will definitely be there nearby your home. Select that place, be available at the sunrise time. And when you stand, most of us, we have to do this in standing position. If your body is not permitting you, if you have any health issues, then you can sit and do, or else in
Okay.
standing position only, spotting. Okay.
Okay.
Your feet should be straight like this.
Mhm. Okay.
Just assume this is the feet. Okay.
Yes.
You should
Yes.
not,
Yes.
or else you will go and put your hands like this before the sun. Don't do that. Okay, the feet should be like this only. It should not be like this, or it should not be like this. It should be straight. And second thing, when you stand, your spinal cord, that should be straight enough, because the spinal cord, what happens is it works like an antenna. It works like an antenna to absorb that cosmic energy into your body. So
Okay.
feet straight and the spine straight. And see, this is the sun, like example, you can see behind. See at the exact center point of the sun. Okay, at the center point
Okay.
of the sun, with open eyes, you have to see. If you feel
Okay.
something tired like, or your eyes are not permitting you, you can blink your eyes in between. That's not a problem. You need not continuously stare until this water is fluttering from your eyes and all. So you can blink in between, no problem. So just have a look at the center point of the sun. That's called sun gazing. Okay, so gazing of the sun, and this process is essential.
Okay.
Second thing is the duration protocol is there. It's not that some hours together you have to see. That will again, you will be having a problem with that. So first day you have to see for 10 seconds only, not more than that. Okay, so every day 10 seconds, you have to keep on increasing. First day 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, like that. And when you
Okay.
stand, you should do this thing, you have to stand barefoot only. Stand barefoot only while sun gazing. Like that,
Okay.
10 seconds, you have to increase, and you have to go up to 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be capable to see the sun for 45 minutes. And as I told you, you can blink in between, so there won't be any problem and all. And directly, don't try to see like today you are doing 3 minutes, and tomorrow don't try to go for 15 minutes directly, because there are protocols for this. There is a neuro alignment going on in this body. There should be a perfect alignment of neurosystems and all, so that the body heals naturally and automatically. Okay, so 10 seconds, go up to 45. From there, you reduce by 1 minute, you can come back again. And more than 45, if you want to try also, you can, but there are no benefits at all in that. There won't be any side effect, you won't be losing anything, but there are no benefits. Instead of spending our time, investing our time in this practice, we can spend our time in somewhere else, in other practices and also come back up to 15 minutes. And that 15 minutes, once you reach 15 minutes, stop it there. And after that, you do sun gazing or you don't do sun gazing, nothing will happen. Your body get used to that. Your body becomes something like a solar chip, you can say. After that, if you stop it completely, also you are well tuned, no health issues, nothing. Already we have a lot of experiences. Our brothers and sisters are experiencing this thing. Okay.
Okay.
So after that, reaching 15 minutes, if you have time with you regularly, you can do it for 15 minutes. You can continue. If you don't have time, no problem. But still, maintenance of the body is there. So that's why once in a while to keep on doing that. And after that, if you come into the sun anytime, the body gets charged immediately, automatically. So this is the process of sun gazing, step by step, like go up to 45 minutes. But strictly be on the protocols and all. If you are doing this, try to be in the group, what Ravi Bhai has mentioned. If you try to be in the group, people are there to monitor you. If you do anything mistake or something wrong goes with you, you can have the exchange of information with us. So try to be there. If individually, if you understood the concepts well, then it's very good. You can do it, or else try to be with someone or other. But that's the process. I'm guessing it's simple. Once your body gets used to, energy starts developing in the body, internal factory, what I've told you, that starts working and all. Then everything, energy, hunger, panics, addictions, everything will go off automatically and naturally. It will go off. You need not put any efforts on that. This is all
Okay.
about sun gazing. Yeah.
So fantastic, Bhaiji. So before moving on to the next question,
Yeah, please.
I just appeal to to the participants of the webinars that if they have got any personal or any involved questions, they can just write them in the chat, and we will be happy to address those questions. And after just completing the webinar, we will be just asking you to unmute, and you will be free to ask your personal questions. We are not done with the webinar yet, and there is much to go into. But yes, you can type those questions in the chat down there. So, Baiji, uh, so you have been talking about the surfaces in particular. You have been talking about the sand. You have been talking about the dirt. You have been talking about the mud. So is it okay if we are standing on the mountains, on the top of the mountains? Does it will it be considered as a natural surface?
Fantastic. Many brothers and sisters are from the mountain area also here, already doing this
Okay.
practice and all. Definitely there's no problem at all. See, I'll tell you what is a rock, a
Okay.
mountain rock. Collection of sand, solidifying the sand.
Mhm.
Collection of sand is a rock, nothing else.
Okay. Mm.
Or you can say a powder of rock is sand. Okay, so
Yes.
definitely
Mm.
that's also a natural surface. If you are living in such a place of mountains and all, on the rocky surface and all, definitely you can go there. Same benefits you will be having there also. Don't worry for that. So for that, you need not come somewhere else down the hill to do the practice and all. You enjoy at your place, but see that the surface should be dry first thing. And second thing, don't try to do this attempts on grass or wet surface. That will deplete your
Oh,
energy. Yeah, energy gets drained. See this
so
green grass, I tell you, for eyesight, it's okay. To look over the green grass, it's very much okay. But to walk, it will drain your energy because at that time it's having its food from the sun. At that time, you are going and stepping it. What it will do?
okay, okay.
So it will absorb that energy from you. Whatever energy it's getting from the sun, now it will be absorbing from you. So your energy gets drained. So please
A
never
quick
do that.
Okay, a quick question for you, Baiji. Is
Please.
it only during gazing that we should not stand on the grass? Or is it even during the practice of grounding where we walk barefooted? Are we allowed to walk on the grass? Or even that is not good?
No, barefoot walk also don't do that on the grass. Sun gazing
Okay,
and whatever we are mentioning here, try to get the surfaces from this what you call dry sand or dry mud, only those surfaces. Even
okay,
this wet mud and this also we don't recommend. It should be
okay.
dry. That's what I'm telling you. So no, green grass and all, no. Please don't do that. Your energy gets drained because now you won't understand. We'll feel ourselves as a common this thing, so we won't understand these energies and all. Once we get used to, once we reach those 45 minutes of state, then only we can understand how the energy is there in the body, how its energy is draining out from the body, how the energy is coming into the body. So please don't do that. Not on the grass and all.
Okay,
See, like
okay.
you are somewhere in the street and all, a huge crowd is coming running towards you. You fell down and the crowd runs over you. What happens to you? Very
We get,
uncomfortable.
yes,
In many
we get foot
village
stamp.
fairs and yeah, in many village fairs and all, I see these kind of things happening and all. So that's what
Yeah.
happens with the grass when you walk at that time, especially during the sun gazing and barefoot walks and all. It feels there's sort of discomfort with them. That's why,
Mhm.
and at that time it absorbs more energy from you. So please don't do that.
Okay,
The green grass and all, they're also living beings. Treat them as living beings only.
okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah, please.
So we have been talking about this energy body. So there are now I see that there are various things affecting this energy body. You can even say that there is a genetical stuff, and there is the karmic stuff, and there is even the toxic food. Sometimes the EMF stuff as well, and there are even trapped emotions, which affects the energy body. How do you deal with this EMF stuff, Baiji? Because this is the most underrated form of toxin, which I see, because I do still feel that we are just putting a bomb in our pockets. So which is
Exactly.
so this EMF stuff is affecting. One of the research has said that it is just killing of the myelin sheet, so over the nerves. So how are we going to combat this EMF stuff? Have you done any research on this? And if any, please do share with us, Paiji.
Yeah, the simple solution is this. What I tell you is increase the cosmic ratio in your body. Like example, the sun gazing, barefoot walk, sunbathing, these kind of exercises that will help you cleansing your body completely. A natural cleansing happens inside the body by
Okay.
this. All the cleansing at the cellular level, detoxification at cellular level will happen naturally with that. So once this cellular level detoxification happens, then this karmic cleansing also starts automatically.
Okay.
If we are sincere with the protocols, then only it will work, or else it won't work. Sometimes what happens is, as I told you, in meditation, I used to copy a person dancing like this. Like that, seeing the some other sun gazer also, we try to copy, oh, he has reached 15 minutes. Because in his area, regularly the sun is coming, he has reached 15 minutes. In my area,
Okay.
sun is not coming. Still, I'm in 3 minutes only. So let me
Yes.
sincerely practice at the 3 minute stage only. Instead of that,
Okay.
just don't try to copy that he is 15, I haven't reached. So instead of 3, let me jump directly into this 8 minute stage or 10 minute stage. Okay. So with that, the this alignment process and all, the detoxification process and all won't work. If we are
Okay.
sincere with our protocol durations and all, these things will happen naturally and easily. Okay, you will get rid of all these things, karmic settlements and all. Your situations changes, your family thinking pattern, their vibrations, the place, wherever you go, your surrounding will definitely change, I tell you, with this helio practice, sun gazing practice and all. So please do that, but strictly on protocols, the strictly timings, whatever I mentioned, the duration and all, try to stick on those durations only. So please don't lose. Many are there, they are doing in our groups also, I've seen them. Again, we are immediately correcting them. Also, they are not getting those benefits. And
So
who are strictly doing these with the strict protocols and all, they're all getting benefited.
Okay.
So be sincere in the practice.
So you reckon there may be some adverse effects if they are not abiding by the protocols?
No, adverse effects are not there, but developments are not there. There are no side effects. It's not that something will happen to you if you go in the wrong way. Nothing will happen, but the development, the improvement process will stop there.
Okay.
So that should not stop. The detoxifications and all, what I'm telling, the karmics and all, cleansing and all, the hereditary diseases, what you have been carrying from your fathers, forefathers and all, like BP, sugars, X, Y, Z, where many of the things we have been programmed that this is a hereditary disease and you have to go through this. Okay. It's nothing like that. You can cleanse those hereditary diseases also with the sun gazing practice and all. But sincerely, you have to practice with the protocols. Yeah, please.
Okay. So now you have been talking about the genetic stuff, the hereditary stuff, with regards to the physical thing, the physical diseases or something. But sometimes it happens that we do carry those genetic inherent memories within us, which really which really stops us from scaling those higher dimensions. So is this practice of sun gazing and staying connected to the nature will erase off those genetic memory from our cells?
Definitely, this will definitely help us out. That's what the Sattvic lifestyle is. That's what the Sattvic food, what we have been talking about, this sun gazing practice and all, what happens is it will develop more and more energy in your body. Once the energy is developed in your body is tuned with those energy levels and all, then the external dependency of food and all goes away. We won't be depending on the external sources, external food and all. Then it will be very much supportive for the Sattvic lifestyle, for the Sattvic food. Then you will be taking very less food and all. Once you get used to that Sattvic lifestyle and all, this cleansing and all, it happens automatically and naturally, and you won't even know when it happened. It will trigger up any time to you. Yeah. So it goes off naturally. Nothing to worry about that.
And one of the involved question which I want to ask now with regards to the sun gazing practices, uh, in order to get the maximum benefits of sun gazing, is it fine with regards to the food which the people can take, or is there any particular food lifestyle which you recommend in order to derive the sun gazing to the maximum?
You have whatever food you want, whatever you want, no restriction, nothing. Keep on doing your gazing practices. Heal up
Okay.
yourself first. Develop more and
Mhm.
more energy. Then you, as I told you, we are all unique. Okay. So you
Okay.
yourself, your body will tell you what to eat and what not to eat. Okay,
Okay.
and wisdom is in that only what your body listen to your body. It
Oh,
says eat
okay.
this, eat that. It will say stop this, stop that. That's the benefit of sun gazing. That will become your
Okay.
sun master, I tell you. It will guide you.
Okay.
So you need not worry about the food and all. Just practice, focus on this. How to develop more and more energy with the sun gazing natural process and all. So focus
Okay.
yourself on energy only. Don't focus yourself on food, diet system, this and all. Don't get confused with that. Whatever
Okay.
your regular diets and all, routine diets, whatever you're having, have that. Slowly you will come out of those things. Slowly you will come out of cravings and addictions. Naturally you will come out. Now, if I tell you
Okay.
to stop eating, like example, potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, Ravi, bhai, don't eat potatoes. It's not good for you. You won't listen. Once
Okay.
the energy starts developing in you, naturally you'll get rid of this. You'll feel bored like with the potatoes and all. Then you yourself will stop having those potatoes and all. You won't have that. So that should be natural. And
Mhm.
once you're getting into the sun gazing, all these addictions one by one. It's not that all the stuff will go one away. Like you're having the sweet addiction, you're having the potato addiction, you're having what you call idli dosas addiction. So first, when you're into the process, only one thing will come, that
Okay.
addiction will go. Then the other thing will come, like sweets will come. That will go. Then the other stuff will come. Like that, step by step, one thing would. There are all the hidden memories inside the body, these cravings and all. So what
Mm.
all there are, it's not that only one thing craving. Now you don't know because you have started the process, only one craving will come out. Still further going into the practice, then some other thing will come out. Then later on, some other thing. Like that, step by step, you go, step by step, the things will come out. And step by
Okay.
step, it will go away with this practice and
Okay.
all. So coming out of this, it will become very much easier.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Bhaiji.
Yeah.
So I see that one of the participant has written a question in the chat box. It's Varun Tej. Uh, the question is, I am new to this pranic living and I am joining for the first time. I am already doing other yoga practices. Is it fine to do other yoga practices and meditation techniques along with pranic living practices or lifestyle? I have very hard time in meditating and keeping my mind chatter under control. Any thoughts and help on this, please? So yes, over to you, Ramesh Paichi. This is the question from Varun Tej.
Fantastic, Varun bhai. It's a very deep sense, nice question. What you're asking, it's really nice. See, one thing you asked for meditation in that, second thing you have asked for exercises in that, and third is this cosmic practices, whatever you want. Yes, you can do all the things together. There's no problem at all. But the time
Mhm.
assigned to you for the sun gazing, you should do that only. After or before that, you can do this exercise and all. And the first priority, if you ask me from all these, first priority should be given to meditation because that's the only basic foundation which builds our body, which builds the energy inside the body. And you're asking to for the meditation of different types of the, don't worry for that. Whatever meditation you have learned, stick to that only. That process only, and that process will definitely help you because you have got into that meditation stream because you are born for that kind, that style of meditation. So be on that, do that meditation only. That's the basic first foundation that will help your energy to increase. And that's the main immunity of your body. The immunity doesn't come from external sources of the body, I told you. So, and if you ask me timing for the meditation and all, From morning 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, you can do meditation anytime. What is the best suitable time you should select, because depending on your job conditions, whatever it is. So take those time. And after 5 o'clock, go for sun gazing practices. If the sun gazing practice after 5 o'clock, it's late in your area, like if it's 6:30, so 1.5 hour time you have in your hand. So that 1.5 hour, you do whatever yoga, asanas, exercises, whatever practices you want to do, you can do in that time. There's no harm in skipping the exercise and all. Definitely do that. It's a workout for your body, and you'll be having a lot of benefits of the body. And these exercises, whatever the best you like, you do. And there are no particular like this or like that. You can do anything you want. And of course, to build more and more energy, cosmic energy in the body, there are certain exercises are there. So shortly some other time, because altogether it can't be discussed and there's no sufficient time for this. So definitely shortly we'll make a video on this also, again, for this cosmic development exercises in the body. That also you can learn and do whatever exercises, it's recommendable. You need not skip them, do that. In fact, we are very much happy that you're doing exercise also. It's a good inspiration. Thank you, Varun Tej bhai. Yeah, Ravikant.
And yeah, and Varun Tej has also been talking about the mind chattering. Yes.
Slowly you will come out. So just you are in the starting stage, don't worry. Start sun gazing. Slowly that will help you, that will support you, and you will come out of that also. Shortly,
Okay.
within once you in sun gazing, once you reach this 5 minute stage, 5 to 10 minute stage, then till then it will be very much common. You may several times you might be having a question in your mind, what am I doing? Nothing is happening to me. So please don't get those questions. Once you cross 5 minutes, from 5 to 10 minutes, your body starts tuning from there onwards. And then you will clearly, you can see the changes in your body. Till then, you won't understand. So please have patience till then. Okay. Hope Varun Bhai's ideas and everything is very much matched, and the doubts are confirmed here.
Yeah, I hope Varun's doubts are clarified. And if not, if you have any question, you can just unmute yourself, and you can even open your video, and you can ask for your question. Okay, I can see him that his question is
Yeah,
clarified.
thank you. Yeah, it's clear. Thank you.
Okay, Varun. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And so, Baiji, you have been talking about connecting to the fire element. So that is sun gazing, or maybe you can say even sunbathe as well. You have been even talking about connecting to the, ether, like meditation. So what about the other elements? How you are going to connect yourself to the other elements? There's air, there's waters, this earth. You have been talking about grounding. So, okay. So what about this air element, Baiji? Please go ahead.
Thank you. Once you go and catch the head of the family, like example, a father in the family, the complete family is in your office. Okay. Instead of going and catching a brother, catching another brother, catching a sister, catching aunt, mom, and all, it's just simply a time waste. Okay. So in the same things here also applies the same thing. Sun is the supreme father of this universe. He's the main light source, he's the main cosmic source. Now you went and you caught the sun directly now. Now the sun is in your hands. So you need not worry about rest of the five elements, their ratios, balancing and all. That will do its function. So don't worry. Internally, everything, it will be organized well. So how much air, how much water, how much fire, how much earth, how much, don't worry about these things. There will be a proportionate ratio maintained in the body, because you have caught the father. He's an adipati like now. Okay.
Yeah.
Till now, that's what we have been doing in the systems and all to cure this disease, that disease. What happens is it will catch a particular element and heal. And there's a long process for that. But if you catch the father of these elements, all they balance itself. Okay. So don't worry for this process and all, the particular element and all. They are balanced well. Automatically, they are balanced. Yeah.
Okay. Just to tell the viewers that Ramesh Baiji has introduced me into sun gazing and natural lifestyle. And previously, I've been diagnosed with severe spinal cord issues, including the lumbar and the cervical. And now I'm in front of you, healthy totally. And I'm into this pranic lifestyle as well. Just a practitioner, taking baby steps. And of course, I'm always fortunate to have Ramesh Pai as a guiding light. So, Baiji, there are certain questions, like the people who are into this pranic lifestyle becoming so lean all of a sudden because of transitioning themselves into this pranic lifestyle. So, any thoughts on this, or is it a temporary issue, or is it that body will get to the ideal weight as they progress further?
Fantastic. It's a really nice question what you're asking. Definitely, you will become lean in this process.
Okay.
And if you are becoming lean, means it's very good sign here. It's a very good sign that you're detoxing certain things, many things from your body. Okay. So in
Okay.
this process, what happens is, as I told you, the earlier used to have a lot of stuff. Like I used to have 4 meals a day. All this stuff automatically will decrease naturally with higher energies in your body once you get into this practice. So, okay, and slowly, I'll tell you, your skin also will become darker. Don't worry for that
Okay.
because you're not used to, and the body is under tuning process.
Okay.
So skin will become black, body will definitely become lean and all. And you will become skeleton-like also sometime. Don't get scared for this. All the unwanted stuff, it's removed from the body. Okay, and
Okay.
don't worry also that you will be like a skeleton only for your entire lifetime. No, it's not like that. Once your body is tuned up completely your detox, again the body comes to a natural stage. You won't be having much fats or unwanted stuff in your body. Then you will again come back. Your body will grow back again, and then no more you will be appearing like a skeleton. You won't be that skinny. See, like me, I've completed the process. I'm not a skeleton.
Yeah, I can see you having a muscular body.
See, it will come
Yes.
back like that. Many of us, we don't know actually. See, bodybuilding, we are saying in that what happens is we are increasing the fat levels in our body and XYZ stuffs in our body. Let's not talk about that. Okay. And here what happens actually, I tell you, the more you eat the process and all, like the more fats are increased. The more you absorb cosmic energy and all, muscle will increase. And muscle is a thing that holds on energy. Body is
Okay.
a thing like it holds on fats, it holds on food, doesn't emit the food completely out of the this body. So the more you are into this practice, what happens is the muscles start developing instead of body building. So here in this process, it is muscle building, not body building here at all. So here, obviously, you'll become a skeleton, and after that, you will come back. Definitely, you will come back. First, I also got scared very much. In fact, I also stopped the practices because everybody was saying that, oh, what's happening with you? You have become very lean, very skeleton, and you're becoming very black.
Yeah.
So don't get into the influences into other, but someone else programming, don't get influenced into that. Definitely, you'll become lean and you will come back. For someone, it may take 1 month time to become lean and come back again. For someone, it may take 3-4 years. They'll be in lean position only, and after that, they'll regain. So it's different from person to person and person to person. So don't compare with anybody. You just keep on working with you yourself, with your body, depending on your body situations and all. That will come back again, and you will also be like this.
Okay. So, yeah, Baiji, I do understand that we are going to build muscle slowly as soon as we, complete this process. So, are there any specific muscle building exercises which you are doing, or do you
Yeah.
recommend any exercises as such?
Yeah, definitely, Ravi bhai, we will do one more session on this muscle building exercise and all. Um,
Okay.
because we are running out of time right now. Definitely, there are like
Okay.
example, what I am practicing, if you ask, is simple, flexible exercises I am doing regularly. Second thing
Okay.
is I do trekkings. I climb a mountain near our place. We have a mountain here. I go to that mountain, up the mountain, I do my exercises and I come back. So do a lot of barefoot walks, okay, and do flexible stretching exercises, do that also. And if you're already aware of this qi kong, tai chi, these kind of
Yes.
exercises, then you practice, or definitely will some other time do those things. practically we'll work on how to do the qigong exercises and all this, which will help you to increase more energy in the body and more muscle building. More muscle building will be there in your body with the help of these exercises. So definitely we'll come back, Ravi bhai, with this exercise
Okay,
sometime.
So to the participants and to the viewers, if you are just interested to know about Tai Chi or Qigong, there's a video which Ramesh Bhai has already posted in the Shivasan's page. So you can just explore the channel Shivasan in the YouTube so that you can just explore the wide array of topics regarding the natural energies. And also there's an specific video for these exercises, which you can just explore. So, Baiji, I can see that we are running out of time. There are of course many questions, and we can just go on talking. But yes, I would ask the participants to just unmute, and they can ask the questions if any. Please go ahead. You can unmute and ask questions. Ramesh Baiji is there to answer for you. Are there any questions which the participants want to ask? I can see there are there are some participants. So,
Yeah, I have one question.
okay.
So how long would it take to, I mean, feel this pranic living or like lifestyle? Like how long generally it would take any person to start, like if I start right now today, to experience that life and then to feel more calm and peaceful, that kind.
Varun, we want to see you, so you can just open your video
Okay, sure.
if you are so that people just can see you. You know.
Yeah,
So-
Varun bhai. So this only the question or more you have with you?
I have many.
Okay, let's answer your question first. One question. The thing is, please don't count the duration, how long it will take. Okay, everything it depends on the karmic accounts, also the region you're staying, the situation, the body. It's different for everybody. Just enjoy the journey. Now you have got onto the train of Delhi station. So don't, actually it's 24 hours. Okay. But enjoy the journey. It may take 30 hours, it may take 40 hours. Enjoy the journey. If you keep on thinking about this 24-hour journey, that 24 will be triggering you. You won't be enjoying many stations in between. Beautiful stations, beautiful people, beautiful chat, all those things you will be missing in between. So just cut off the duration, start up. I told you guys, meditation, it will trigger anytime. It's not that this much time or that much time. It may be a second process for you, or it may be a years together process for you. Don't worry for that. Just enjoy the journey. And I'm sure definitely you will enjoy it. You will definitely enjoy that journey. Okay. So just relax in the train. Chai wala, pakoda wala are coming, order it and look out of the window, peep out just. Okay. Okay, Varanti, thank you.
Thank you, Varun. Thank you, Varun. So, Baiji, there are many who have been into this lifestyle, but I do see that many people still face the same old gut issues. There are many people who face the gut health issues. So, is it due to the inconsistency in their practices, or is it anything else which bothers them, or the three doshas, the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha doshas in their body? Please.
Fantastic. This again a long subject, a different subject. It may take more time. For this, we have
Okay.
created a video, Golden Triangle Diet. Okay.
Okay.
So please follow that Golden Triangle Diet. All your gut issues will be solved. Maybe within a week, 10 days, you can see the results with that. So please follow a Golden Triangle Diet.
So this Golden Triangle Diet, is it also going to cure any ill health if anyone is having?
Definitely, it will. Many have cured. Many have cured. With
Okay.
this. As I told you, KVID, many have healed out of
Okay.
this.
Okay.
Yeah, they have come. They have come. Wonderful results with this. So Golden Triangle is giving a lot of results. You need not worry for that. So please do
video
that.
is-
All
Yeah.
the guts and all, it will be solved, and you will be having more guts to solve the guts. Okay. So follow
Okay.
that. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Baiji. The golden triangle diet. There's a special video regarding that, and it is available in the Shivasan channel. So the viewers are free to explore that video if they are eager to. So, Baiji, please give us valuable tips on deepening our meditation.
Sorry to interrupt. I guess there is a participant who raised hand to talk. I guess Kirti
Okay,
Arora.
okay. Yes, please go ahead. I can see that is Kirti. Please, Kirti.
Yeah. Good evening, Bhaiji. I have a question. So here I live in north of India and winter is approaching. So my sun gazing practicing is going on, but like the soil is going to be kind of damp in the mornings because of winters. And so what should I do in that case? Walking I can do probably during the evening hours or later in the day.
Okay, you're asking this for barefoot walk, right?
No, barefoot walking can be managed, but what about sun gazing? Because for sun gazing, the soil should not be wet, and morning it's kind of gonna be damp in the winters, and then sun also won't be available. It will be very cold also. So I have all those concerns coming in my mind.
I can understand. See, one thing is obviously you don't have a choice because of the winter, and especially in the northern area you're staying. Okay. For that, what you can do is, I don't know the place where you're living. If you have a earthing point like on your terrace, home terrace, earthing point will be there somewhere. If it's a used building, thunder arresters are there in the used buildings. Okay, so you can stand on that. You will be perfectly grounded. If you don't have that also, then there's no choice. Earthing shoes are coming nowadays. I don't know where it's available. We can take the help of Ravikant Bhai and he'll let us know where these earthing shoes are available. If you are in that damp area, you can use earthing shoes also. Or you can stand on thunder arresters, earthing plates also you can stand. But it's very much strictly, we have to observe this, there should be no thunders and all, and no rainfalls, heavy rainfalls and all. Or else you'll be getting the shock jerks also in that. If the climate is pleasantful, okay, you can stand on the thunder arresters or earthing points or nearby earthing pits.
I'm not
That's
sure,
what-
Bhaji, how to find those earthing points. It's like
Yeah,
seems a bit
if you are,
complex. Yeah.
and there is no choice, you have to wait up to summer. You do that with your shoes and all. A little bit benefits will be less. It's not that you won't be having benefits and all. With dry surfaces, you will be having more benefits. With shoes, you will be having less benefit. The process will take a little bit longer. So don't worry for that. Do with the shoes. That
Or
don't
can
do barefoot.
Can I continue with little bit damp soil, because of the dew
No.
which will come? No.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Energy will be drained from your body.
Okay.
Especially while doing sun gazing, if you're on wet surfaces, the energy will be drained. So at that time, you don't have choice. So better go for shoes or chappals, or I think also you don't have the facility you're saying. So go with shoes. Benefits will be less. Don't worry for that.
Okay. Sure, Bhaji. Thank you. And winters, I feel like it'll be very cold. I'm not sure how much my body can take up that barefoot walking also. Because I
See,
body is a bit sensitive to cold.
Yeah. I understand. All this will go off after the completion of your gazing practice and all. The sensitivity and all, any kind of what you call them. If you have in your body, they will go off. Don't worry for that. Allergies and all, they'll go off from your body after completion of this process. Till then, have faith on you, and one by one thing, anything health issues or diseases, anything it's there in the body, that will definitely come out. So when it comes out, don't worry at all, and don't think that I'm doing sun gazing, why this issue has come. That will definitely come out, and it will vanish off forever after that. Because in healing, whatever is there, you're under a cleansing process, so it comes out. Still practice, you will be okay with that.
Sure, Bhaji.
Okay,
Thank you
Ji.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to share my experience, about that in less than 30 seconds. I used to be having some problems standing because I used to be having this lumbar issues, but I was impatient in the beginning, but as soon as I completed like 10 to 12 minutes, and it was vanished, the inflammation vanished out of my body, and I was able to stand there for longer periods of time. So yes, thank you. Thanks for that. So Baiji, is it okay in winter if we are just wearing these woolen socks and standing on the natural surfaces? Is it still fine? Or is it?
It is fine because you don't have any choice. Actually, you have to stand directly, but due to winter, I've seen in the northern areas and all, it's not possible to stand barefoot. So you definitely have to wear your shoes and all. As I told you, the benefits will become less in that. But don't worry, once when the sun comes, like summer, you are approaching summer, all this ratio will be balanced there in summer. You need not worry that, oh, I'm not achieving anything. No, with shoes you go, and in summer again come back to the barefoot. Whatever you have lost here, you will regain it back there again. Your body will tell you in the journey, don't worry, just start up. Okay, winter, have the shoes.
Okay.
Because for northern area, I can understand it's not possible.
Okay.
So, Baiji, can I continue to increase my 10 seconds every day, even wearing shoes?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Because if sun is coming, if you are under visualization, then no. If you are under direct sun, then okay, you can.
Okay, got it.
Because like from 10 minutes till 13, 14 minutes, you have done with shoes. Because you don't have a choice. When you reach 15 or 16, all this 10 to 13 will be balanced there. Don't worry for that. But do it. Don't miss that regularity, disciplines and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just as Baiji was talking about the earthing shoes, they are available in Amazon, and also you can explore some other e-commerce websites. As I've seen that the earthing shoes are available, so you can try to get them. But Ramesh Baiji, I've been just reading somewhere. Please correct me if the information which I have read is wrong. I was reading that if we stand with leather shoes while gazing, leather is nothing but skin. So is it fine when we, use these leather shoes for gazing, for grounding, and we still have the same desired effects, or is it going to be distorted?
Fantastic. Obviously, there will be a resistance, there will be a distortion, obviously, because if skin is directly standing on the earth, there are benefits. Okay. But a skin standing on other skin, there won't be benefits because the other skin is blocking your skin. Your skin directly, it's okay, but not the other skin. Because there's a certain frequencies and all with your skin, and there are certain frequencies with the other skins. That's going to block you definitely. Side effects are not there, but benefits won't be there. That much benefits won't be there. Because they are, why I'm guiding them like that is because they are in the extreme north now, and they don't have any other choice. For them, it's okay. But if you're like in the southern area somewhere, so that wet climate you don't have here in the south now in winters. So it's not for the southern people, it's for the northern people what I'm suggesting is. So everybody don't take this as it is.
The same method. So the best is the best is the sea sand. So you can, the ones who are having this sea sand, they can be considered extremely lucky. I love that the participants are coming up with interesting questions, and now it is the turn of Vandana, Sister Vandana. So Sister Vandana has a question. Can we do sun visualization at any point of time during the day, or it should be done within 1 hour of sunrise?
Yeah, fantastic question, Vandana sister. The thing is, like sun gazing, you have fixed the time. 6 o'clock example, 6:30. So do your sun visualization can be done anytime throughout the day, no problem but for that. But at this 6:30, you compulsory do that. Or else slowly, what happens is you'll be going into the wrong track. Like today, okay, so it's a lot of cloudy. I will do at 8 o'clock. Okay, you're done at 8 o'clock. The next day, what happens is again that will, again there's the cloudy and all. Again, you have to change the pattern. So what happens is slowly when the sun comes at the right time, the discipline will be changed totally. then there won't be any discipline back again, and you will be missing the sun gazing and all back again. Okay, so please don't do that. Visualization should also be done at the sun gazing time only, and after that, any other time you can do, but this time it's compulsory. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, there it is. So Vandana said that her question is clarified. So yes,
Yeah.
my dear brothers and sisters, please go ahead with your questions. Does anyone have any questions? You can raise your hands, or you can just unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. So
Mostly it's cleared, I think.
Mostly it's clear. So Baiji,
Yeah.
for the ones who are already practicing meditation, I do understand that this process of sun gazing activates the pineal gland. So, Baiji, now people just use these soaps. I do still see that people use this toothpaste, this fluoride toothpaste, which I do consider that it blocks the pineal gland. So are there any other things, common practices which the people do, which still blocks this pineal gland to just, enlarge into its natural size? Or does these things, the practice of using chemicals on the body, it acts like a shield in absorption of the cosmic energy?
Yeah, it's very true. Cosmic energy is blocked here. See, what I tell you is the body already produces certain essential oils. Many essential oils are produced in the body. It acts like a factory, like I told you, many things that it's producing inside. So what happens is once you're into the sun gazing practices and all, we have a mouth over here, like that. We have all over the body, mouth is there, the skin pores and all, it acts as a mouth. Now presently you're breathing through nose only. Once you get used to these cosmic practices and all, or this pranic lifestyle, this pore opens and it acts like a nose also. So your skin also starts breathing it because you have been detoxed here.
Okay.
Once it detoxed, it becomes a complete, you can see under microscope, the hole will be clearly visible. Your pores and all. Okay. So what happens is it starts breathing from there also because you have cleansed yourself. And the essential oils, whatever it has been produced in the body, also comes out of the skin. It forms a layer on the skin here. It acts like what you call a cover for, like you're seeing the fruits and the skin on it. Like that, this essential oil protects you. It becomes a skin on your body so that no external virus or whatever you call the so-called effects and all, atmospheric effects and all, will affect your body. So once it has produced all these essential things on the skin, and if you are applying soap or chemical to that skin, it gets wiped off. It gets wiped off just. So you won't be having that benefits and all for this cosmic developments and all in the body. So what I suggest is when you're on this journey, better stop these chemical soaps and toothpaste and all. Instead of that, like me, I keep on traveling here and there, and a lot of this mud and dirt accumulates on my body also, obviously, because in pollution places, I do travel also at times. So you might have heard of pumice stone or something. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yes, it is made up of this clay or something. This the clay pots. They sell this.
Yeah, it's a block like
spots.
So once you are in this pollution area and all, you can use those kind of stones. That will be very much helpful for your body. And that essential oils won't be wiped off. Essential oils won't be wiped off with that. So you can use them. But if you use these chemical soaps and all, a lot of more and more health issues will increase in your body. Why do you need to use this soap and all? Because we are eating the worst kind of foods. They are producing this worst kind of sweat and all, giving a bad odor smell and all. Once you come into this sattvic lifestyle, there won't be any bad odor smell also on the skin. You will be sweating here also, but there won't be bad smell on the sweat. So obviously, this fragrance soaps and all, you need not need it anymore. You don't require it. So better avoid it. That's what my suggestion is. And it's up to you if you want really, because you are staying in between the society, you have to move in between with the people and all. If you want a good fragrance smell, give a strong breath to someone else, definitely go ahead and increase the disease in your body. If you want to be in healthy condition, stop it. So it's up to you.
Just to share my small experience regarding this natural lifestyle, I just taken off all the usage of chemicals like soap, like toothpaste. I don't use toothpaste. I sometimes use salt, or I had to use the twigs of neem or banyan to just brush my teeth. And I don't use this soap at all. And instead of shampoo, I just use this hibiscus flowers and leaves to just cleanse my hair. One of the observations which I see is I can certainly feel the energy more. It's not that down to the things which I'm using, but down to the things which I've taken out of the equation, those chemicals. I can see that my cravings have come down because maybe due to the energetic downloads. So that is one of the experience which I can share with the participants and to the viewers as well. So before we wrap up this session, are there any questions from the participants in the webinar? I would really appreciate the questions from our participants. They can unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself and ask any particular questions, because Baiji has been practicing meditation since more than 3 decades. And if you're having any questions regarding those, you can even ask those questions. No one has raised their hand. So Baiji, can you give us can you share us tips about deepening our meditation? I know that it is a natural phenomenon, and as we just move on, we just get tuned. But are there any specific techniques devised by you so that we can just connect yourself higher to the universal energies?
Yeah. For this, getting connected to the universal higher sources, higher energies for meditation and all, first thing, you should have a habit of spending more and more time in the nature rather than this artificial time and all. Artificial places and all, the man-made places and all. Try to be in nature. Spend more time in nature. If it's not possible, if you're a working person, at least once in a weekend or once in a fortnight, come out and spend your time in the nature. That will help you a lot for meditation, especially if you're in the river beds or a seashore area where water is flowing. In those areas, all the 5 elements combine together over there. So sit over there, have a little bit, that will help you out for the entire week. So spend more and more time in the nature. That's the one thing, technique to be more meditative and all. Second thing is, whatever, I don't know what kind of foods and all you're all having, whatever your food you have, that's directly connected to your meditation stages and all. What I suggest is, if you have sattvic food, sattvic lifestyle, your meditation process and all becomes very easy. It will be something like natural. Throughout the day, you will be under meditation. It's not meditation. It's not something like that. You go and sit in one particular room for hours together, 10 hours, 12 hours. If you have that capability, definitely sit 10 hours, 12 hours, 15 hours, whatever your body permits. If not, come out and roam here and there. In that way also, you can do your meditation. But you will be doing high concentrated meditation when you will be having good sattvic food. Or whatever, see, I tell you, like example, one particular thing, you're coming and cooking, many people's vibrations and all are passing into that. And that will affect your meditation. Definitely it will affect your meditation. When you are into raw, that much effect won't be there. Your vibrations effect will definitely be there. So that will affect your meditation, obviously. So try to practice whatever meditation you're practicing, do that. And that practice is for you and you only. So happily enjoy that practice. Don't try to put efforts on meditation. Meditation is something for enjoyment. It's not for effort. Meditation has not been designed for effort. So just enjoy it, but try to have sattvic food. You can enjoy more and more in meditation. In meditation, you will be having the relationship with the complete non-physical things, non-physical world and all. Also, automatically this physicality will vanish off from your mind and your body. So have sattvic food. That's what I suggest for meditation.
Thank you. Thank you, Baiji. So Mike is having a question. Is Qigong enough, or one need to stay still to meditate? Is that the question, Mike? Or is there any particular question which you want to ask? If you want to ask any your involved question, you can just unmute yourself and ask Baiji. I hope Mike is with us.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
then let me answer.
Yes. Yeah, Mike has put on one more thing. Yeah, that's it. That's it, he said. So
Okay,
is
fine.
Qigong enough, or one needs to stay still to meditate? Please go ahead, Baiji.
See, don't separate Qigong and meditation. Qigong is also a meditation. Okay. Whatever exercises you're doing, that is a meditation. It's a sort of meditation. So meditation and Qigong, it's not separate. In meditation, what we are learning today is stationary, like sitting in one particular place and all. And this Qigong, it's a motion meditation. So that's also
Okay.
a meditation only. Meditation with movements. Qigong is nothing but a meditation with movements. So it's a meditation. So don't get confused yourself with meditation and Qigong. That's what I told you. Shortly we will come now, that much time and all, it's not permitting us.
Okay.
With some other time we'll come up with this Qigong practices and all. So then you can
Okay.
you will be having more clarification, and you'll have this
Sure,
main
sure.
focus of this, that it's a meditation, nothing
True.
else. Yeah.
True, Baiji. Yeah. Certainly, in our next webinar, we will be, moving on to the some subtle questions and more important topics. So before we wrap up this session, are there any more questions from the participants?
So some other time we will see then,
Yes.
because
Okay,
we
Baiji.
are running
Okay,
out
okay,
of
okay.
time.
Okay.
Some other
okay.
time, definitely.
So okay, thank you, Baiji, for enlightening us on many important things. It's really a massive pleasure to have you, and I know how much you have impacted many lives. Even you have touched my life as well. So I'm really indebted to you, and my deepest gratitude and love for you in that regard. Thanks for coming over here and giving us your valuable time and enlightening us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, in fact, and thank you each and everyone who are here. Thanks a lot, everybody, for your love and blessings. We are moving ahead. It's just because of your love and blessings. Just bless us. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye-bye.